Hey guys, Matthew from Harker Heights Ceramic Coatings again. This time we are going to talk a little bit about that faded paint that you have on your hood and probably roof and maybe a trunk if you're driving a car. Now, we get a lot of people that say they're looking for ceramic coating or paint protection film to stop damage from the sun. And 9 times out of 10, people who've experienced damage from the sun use the automatic car wash. Now, this is what happens. The automatic car wash, it doesn't matter which one you're using, I'm sorry, they can all claim to be safe, they're not. If they have brushes, they're damaging your paint. So what happens is the clear coat on your car is providing UV protection from the sun on the rest of your base paint or the color of your car. So when you go to the car wash, on a micro level, it starts scratching the paint. Scratching the paint removes clear coat. Over time and repeated car washes, especially if you have you're going through the car wash, multiple times a week, it degrades that clear coat. Once that clear coat begins degrading, then what's going to happen is the base coat is going to start to dry out because it's no longer protected from UV rays from the sun. So there's a couple of things that speed this up. Yes, of course, the car wash itself, having a black car that retains heat is going to, do it more so. So that's going to kind of speed it up, and yes, it's technically sun damage, but really that damage would probably not exist, at least not as fast as you would expect, unless you're going through the car wash. So that's how the car wash absolutely destroys your paint. Now, this isn't a sales pitch to use us instead of a car wash. You either got to hand wash your car. The touchless car wash is a decent alternative, but they use pretty harsh chemicals because they're not touching the car. We do have a very inexpensive wash program here. It's, it works out to be $25 or less for a car wash. It's $100 a month or $1,000 a year. And so it gets all the way down to $19 a wash if you're on our yearly program. So that is actually what is causing the damage to your paint. It's the car wash is degrading the clear coat, which is degrading the UV protection, which then allows the sun to do its damage very fast. So I hope this helped explain why you see sun damaged hoods and roofs and so forth on the car. The one thing I did forget to mention is that the reason that you usually see it the most on the hood, the roof, and the trunk of a car is twofold. One, it's directly facing the sun, so it does get more sun, so that degraded clear coat is exposed the most. And two is because usually on the big car washes, that giant barrel that hits your car when you first go through, it usually slams into your hood, the front of your roof, and then the trunk on the way through. So that gets the most damage usually, is that big barrel. And then also doors tend to be bad, but they don't face the sun, so you don't usually see them fading as often as you do the hood, the roof, and the trunk. Then if you're wondering what we can do to correct it, a lot of times there's nothing we can do. Once it gets to a certain point and the clear coat is gone, then even polishing it would only provide a temporary solution. And the reason is the same reason that the car wash damages your paint and dries it out. So when we polish a car, we're technically removing a very thin layer of the clear coat to smooth out the scratches. Well, when you have a heavily oxidized car that's already been damaged by the car wash, to remove that oxidation, we're actually going to have to counterintuitively remove even more clear coat to get rid of the oxidation and to shine it up. So now we've thinned out the clear coat even more, and so a lot of times what happens when you do that is the paint briefly looks a lot better, but because the clear coat's thinned out, it oxidizes right away, almost right away, even if we put a ceramic coating on top of it. So ceramic coating will not fix that problem. Polishing, depending upon how far gone it is, may not fix the problem. So the real solution here is stay away from the car wash before it's too late. Once you get to that point, you're going to be seeing a body shop, not Harker Heights Ceramic Coatings.